Ayodhya, the eternal city of Lord Ram. A city that for thousands of years has occupied a special place in the hearts and minds of millions. A symbol of Hindu Astha that has grown ever more prominent, especially since the 2019 Supreme Court verdict that cleared the construction of Ram Mandir. It also meant that the temple site in Ayodhya is today one of the most heavily guarded areas in the country. Now for the first time, a television crew has visited the spot where a grand temple for Lord Ram is being built. We are privileged to be the first news channel in the country that has been given complete access at the site, the temple site or the construction site of the Bhavya Ram temple. This is that 2.7 acre land where the construction has already begun. You're seeing it on the screens. This is the foundation that is being laid. In fact, the work that began in 2020 when the Prime Minister, that was August 5th, 2020, Prime Minister Nripendra Modi was here to do the Bhumi Pujan. Since then, the construction work has begun. But there were lots of initial challenges. And those initial challenges ensured that the work of the foundation got a little elongated. One of the first people we meet is a retired bureaucrat who has spent his life working with the government. A person whose competence and reliability landed him the post of chairman of the Ram Temple Construction Committee. Even at the age of 76, Nripendra Mishra remains a tough taskmaster who reviews the progress of the construction work on a daily basis. Mr. Nripendra Mishra, thank you so much for your time. I don't think you have ever done an interview from the temple construction side with any news channel, so I'm really privileged and thank you, sir. And I want to begin by asking you, Mr. Mishra, how challenging has this entire process been till now? The construction's begun almost a year and 1 month. And yet, the situation which is here right now does merit some sort of an explanation about the challenges and the hurdles that you faced.
This is an outcome of an order passed by Honorable Supreme Court on 9th of November 2019. It is the court which ordered that there will be a trust, and it is that trust which will be responsible for the construction of the temple.
Right.
It is the trust, as per the trust deed, appointed me as the chairman of the construction committee, which was in February of 2020. So it was after quite some gap after I left the position. So really I am a product of the trust. And the second thing now to your question, yes, it is challenging because it is ambitious.
Yeah, this area that we are seeing here, sir, just wanted you to show us this area.
And you know, we are now almost completing the foundation.
Yes.
Which is almost a product of a engineered fill soil.
Okay.
Which in many ways Champatraj ji has just clarified. It is an artificial stone which has been created here.
Yes.
And you can very well see the lengths, the breadths, the widths of it.
Yes.
And how deep we have gone.
Yeah.
So the entire construction is in some ways an engineering challenge.
Yes.
Because it is going to be ultimately, the superstructure is going to be of the stone. There is not going to be any use of steel. So that is very important.
So steel is not to be used
not
at all.
To be used.
Steel is not to be used, and yet, sir, आपसे भी पूछना चाहती हूँ, sir, ये जो पूरा प्लान है कि 1000 वर्ष तक इस मंदिर को खड़े रहना है, आप स्टील नहीं यूज करना चाहते हैं, सिर्फ पत्थरों से ये मंदिर बनेगा, स्टोन्स, रॉक्स, इज दैट करेक्ट सर? बताएं सर।
देखिए, पत्थरों का जो सामान्य आयु है, हर चीज का डिके होता है
जी।
सन रेज, हवा, पानी, तो पत्थरों का जो नेचुरल डिके पीरियड है
जी,
दैट इज 1000।
दैट इज 1000।
दैट इज 1000।
ओके।
तो पत्थर अपने आप खड़ा रहेगा। कोई भी आयरन स्ट्रक्चर
जी,
उसकी आयु 100 वर्ष से ज्यादा है ही नहीं। तो अगर 100 वर्ष 150 वर्ष की आयु वाला स्टील
जी,
किसी ऐसे मटेरियल के साथ मिक्स कर दें
जी,
जो 1000 साल तक भी डिके नहीं होगा, तो वो तो खराब हो जाएगा, वो तो मिसमैच हो गया। और कोई भी कंक्रीट जिसके अंदर स्टील है
जी,
वो 100 साल से अधिक का अभी कोई स्ट्रक्चर देश में क्या दुनिया में भी शायद नहीं हो।
One big challenge is posed by the proximity of the Saryu River and the possibility of semi-consolidated sedimentary soil which needed to be dug out to ensure long-term stability of the structure. With Ayodhya falling in the seismic zone, it's been imperative to include earthquake-resisting features in the design. The decision to build the temple without the use of steel has added a unique dimension to the project. And above all, going into every little detail to match the objective of constructing a structure to last 1,000 years. To get a detailed understanding of the master plan, we are accompanied by someone closely involved with the everyday work. In the year 2020, the company Larsen & Toubro was picked up as the design and build contractor of the temple site here in Ayodhya. This is the Ram Janmabhoomi, the Pavan Dharti for crores and crores of Hindus, where we believe Lord Ram had taken birth. Now the construction of this place at this moment is in the hands of Larsen & Toubro and of course also with the Tata Consultancy Engineering. We have with us Mr. Vinod Mehta, the project director of the Ram Janmabhoomi construction site. Mr. Mehta, first things first, explain to me exactly what is the status here right now. What are we seeing?
After clearing this area, okay, we gone for excavation of 40 feet down, and we have removed around 185,000 cubic meter of concrete. Soil there, which was loose soil and debris was there. And we reach up to the good strata. Then we started backfilling of this area with the RCC, which is called roller compacted concrete, which is having a very lean mix, less cement and more aggregates are there.
Okay.
So those things we are putting there in layers, so which is going to be in 48 layers there. Each layer we are putting in 300 mm thick after rolling and compacting, which is converted into 250 mm compacted. So now at present we are at 37th layer.
You are at the 37th layer and you have to get about 47 layers in place.
48 layers, yes.
48 layers in place.
Yes.
Constant churning of the machines goes on here 24/7, though at this moment rain gods have halted the work. क्या प्लान है सीता कुंड के लिए?
इसका प्लान ये है, अभी प्रेजेंट सिचुएशन में जो वेल है उसको ऊपर नहीं लेके आया जा सकता है.
ओके.
अदरवाइज इट विल बी अनस्टेबल.
ओके.
सराउंडिंग एरिया वी आर फिलिंग एंड वी आर कमिंग अप.
ओके.
उसके साथ साथ में वेल को भी ऊपर लेके आएंगे हम लोग.
वेल को आप उसकी बाउंड्री ऊपर लेकर आएंगे?
बिल्कुल.
ओके. एंड व्हाट अबाउट द वाटर? पानी है अंदर?
पानी है. इट्स अ लाइव.
इट्स अ लाइव वेल.
यस.
ओके. तो फिर इतनी यहाँ पर अरेंजमेंट्स कर पाएंगे कि जिन्हें आकर यहाँ का सीता कुआं का जल पीना है वो पी सकते हैं?
बिल्कुल. इसका पूरा अरेंजमेंट किया जाएगा. इसके अंदर में जो भी है पानी को जो एक्सट्रैक्ट करके जी जैसा भी है उसके लिए कि प्रॉपर वे से, प्रॉपर आर्किटेक्चर वे से उसको डिजाइन करेंगे. हाँ. सो दैट इट कैन फैसिलिटेट टू जनरल पब्लिक.
कैसे?
ये मतलब जैसे जब एक बार ऊपर आ जाएगा जी, ठीक है, देन उसके साइड के अंदर में उसको प्रॉपरली कॉर्डन ऑफ करके उसको बैरिकेशन करके उसके अंदर जो भी पंपिंग करके उसके लिए नल वगैरह लगा देंगे. चारों
नल लगे, इस कुएं के चारों बगल नल लगेगा.
Environment-friendly design is key to the temple master plan. It includes a water body around the mandir and a water recycling plant on the premises. Only LED lights will be used and rainwater harvesting will feed the several green patches proposed on the site. Since January, work has been going on round the clock, except on Sundays when the machinery is rested and repaired. While doing a parikrama of sorts at the site, we reached the place where the main entrance of the mandir is being planned. And we get to the spot that will have the main entrance to the temple.
This is going to be the entry for temple.
Okay.
Okay.
This will be the main entry of the Ram temple.
Exactly.
Okay.
Exactly.
All right.
Okay. And all around we are having parkota.
Okay.
Okay. So parkota gate will be somewhere there. Right? And once public will come inside, okay, at podium level, and there further once they will go, they will find the steps, they will go up and enter in the temple.
Okay, so if this is the main entry, Mr. Mehta, explain to me from this main entry position, how far is the Garbha Griha, where Ramlala will actually be placed?
Exactly. It is, you can say, it is around 250 feet.
250 feet?
Yes, approximately.
Okay. And so from here you get straight the passage to the Garbha Griha. Is that how it has been planned?
Exactly, exactly. Yes,
okay.
Yes.
And where exactly do we see the Garbha Griha?
Garbha Griha, where you can see the flag.
Okay.
The flag area is the Garbha Griha, where we are going to put the Lord Rama there.
So Ramlala is to be placed in that Garbha Griha
same place.
All right. All right. Can you also, Mr. Mehta, while we walk around this entire precinct, tell me, I was told that there are plans for a Sita Mandir.
Yes.
Is there a Sita Rasoi and a Sita Mandir here?
Yeah, Sita Rasoi is there.
Where is the Sita Rasoi going to come
I'll show you. Okay. These are the premises.
Okay.
This area, Sita Rasoi is going to come.
Sita Rasoi will be here.
Yes.
Okay. And does it become part of the mandir?
Exactly, exactly.
It is a part of the mandir.
Part of mandir. Here, what is happening?
Yeah.
Central area, which I told, no, 350 by 380 feet by 250 feet. In between area, temple will be there, and then all around it is going to be enclosed with a parkota.
Okay.
Okay. So while building parkota, one part of parkota will be built as a Sita Rasoi.
Okay, so Sita Rasoi will be part of that outside boundary, so to say.
Boundary will be like a pathway, 5
like
feet
a pathway.
Pathway, which is going to be built up with a stone again.
Okay.
Okay. So while going pathway, in between they will identify one area, and there it is going to be constructed as a Sita Rasoi.
So Sita Rasoi comes up here, and I'm told everyday prasad also will be cooked here?
Cooked here.
Okay.
Exactly.
And where is the Sita Mandir then?
Same premises, which is being now designed.
The original design by the Ram Mandir in Ayodhya was done by the Sompura family of temple architects in Gujarat. The Sompuras are credited with designing the Somnath temple and several Birla temples.
The three pillars that you are seeing are similar to these three pillars. You'll have more than 170 such pillars that will come up, that will actually form the backbone of the temple structure that finally will get erected. Now, what we are being told is that the temple design was finalized keeping in mind the aspiration of the devotees and the changes that happened over the last 3 decades or so. The main temple will have 3 floors and 5 mandaps. In fact, the Garbha Griha that comes up where you see that orange, that saffron flag, that Garbha Griha will actually have a shikhar on top of it. In that Garbha Griha will be placed Ramlala for the darshan of the devotees. And if all goes well as per the plan of both the administration, the temple trust, and those who are actually involved in constructing the temple, the Ram temple here, you will have the devotees able to come and take a look and take the darshan of Ramlala by the end of 2023.
On 25th March 2020, after 27 years in a tent, the Ramlala idol was shifted to a temporary temple near the Manas Bhavan in the Ram Janmabhoomi complex.
What you see behind me is a makeshift temporary structure. That is that structure in red that you see on your screens is actually the current temple where Ramlala is Virajman. At this moment, this place is extremely heavily guarded, and it is part of the entire temple premises. The main Garbha Griha is hardly any distance, maybe a little more than half a kilometer from here. And once the structure is ready, at least the Garbha Griha, we will have Ramlala being moved from here to that place.
Barely 3 kilometers from the Mandir site, at the Nirman Karyashala, stone carving work has been going on since 1990. Over the next few months, this stockpile of stones and rocks will finally be moved.
जिस जगह पर हम खड़े हैं कार्यशाला, यहाँ जितनी पत्थरें अलग अलग जगह से आई हैं, कुछ ये तो जो बड़ी वाली सब राजस्थान से आई हैं, जो कार्विंग हो रही है, यहाँ पर नक्काशी की जा रही है, और अलग से अब यहाँ पर कार्यशाला का भी निर्माण किया गया है कि अंदर में बैठे लोग और इसके ऊपर सारी नक्काशी की जाए। इसके बारे में कुछ बताएंगे। ये जितनी यहाँ पत्थरें जमा की गई हैं, जब मंदिर बनना शुरू होगा तो इन्हीं पत्थरों से बनेगा।
1989 में जब कार्यशाला प्रारंभ हुई, 2 कारीगर थे, और आज वर्तमान में जो है यहाँ पर लगभग 40% कार्य हो चुका है, क्योंकि मंदिर में श्री राम जन्म न्यास के समय जो है यह भूतल और प्रथम तल का निर्माण होना था, लेकिन आज इसका दायरा बढ़ गया है। इसकी एक जो कहेंगे कि लंबाई चौड़ाई ऊंचाई बढ़ गई है
मंदिर की।
जी बिल्कुल, जिसके कारण जो है इन पत्थरों की अब जो नक्काशी होकर रखा हुआ वह कम है। अब इसको आगे बढ़ाने का, इसको क्या कहते हैं, संख्या जिस प्रकार से पहले 1,75,000 घन फुट पत्थर लगना था, लेकिन अब जो है लगभग 3 लाख घन फुट पत्थर लगने हैं। जिसमें से मुझे लगता है कि 40% काम ये हुआ है। पहले तो मंदिर का 65% कार्य हो चुका था, लेकिन वर्तमान में 40% काम हुआ है।
अच्छा, तो ये सारे कहाँ से लाए गए हैं ये पत्थर?
ये पत्थर जो है ये बंसी पहाड़पुर, जो अपना भरतपुर का स्थान है, वहां से लाया
राजस्थान से।
और ये पिंक सैंडस्टोन कहा जाता है। ये कच्चा पत्थर है और इस पर नक्काशी बड़े ही सूक्ष्मता से, बड़े सरलता से हो सकता है। और इसको आपने देखा होगा राजस्थान, मध्य प्रदेश में अधिकतर बाहुलता जो है इन्हीं पत्थरों की है। और
ये नक्काशी क्या दर्शाती है?
ये नागर शैली की नक्काशी है। नागर शैली के ही उसमें ये मंदिर बन रहा है, और ये नागर शैली के मंदिर जो है वो दक्षिण भारत से इधर जो है वो नागर शैली में ही बनाए जाते हैं।
When in 2025 the Divya Ram Mandir will be finally ready, it will be just the beginning of a massive religious corridor all the way from Kashi to Prayagraj, from Lalitpur to Chitrakoot, the route that Lord Ram had taken while proceeding on his Vanvas, perhaps turning this entire region into a Vatican of sorts for the Hindus.